action figure enthusiasts out there. JC here with another TNI News video. Now today's going to be a pretty quick video. I just want to update you guys on the latest happenings at the conventions going on this weekend where Hasbro's at. If you caught my news video on Friday, I talked about this. There's the Paris Comic Convention and they had the Hasbro panel at Paris on Friday, so I talked about those reveals there. But today, on Sunday, is the panel at the London Comic Convention, which is the second convention going on this weekend. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on in this video. Now, first of all, let me just give a big shout out to Project Piper Customs for helping us with coverage of the MCM convention. They've been there, they've got boots on the ground there and been sending us images and everything. So a big thanks to them for helping us cover this convention. It's very hard for me, obviously I can't travel to all these conventions, especially when they're going to hold them two different conventions on the exact same weekend. I can't be in two places at once. So big thanks to them for helping us out. Also, before I get into the news, I just want to shoot you guys an update that we are running a couple contests on our message boards on both the TNI and Marvelous News. 3 different contests where we're giving away $100 store credits to places like Big Bad Toy Store. Now, the current contest, today is the last day you can enter, so if you're watching this video on Sunday, you can still get over there. I'll put links in the video description, and you can get entered. But I'll be doing very similar contests probably starting next week. So even if you miss out on this current contest, you will have more opportunities. So if basically the moral of the story is if you haven't already, head over to those message boards, go on and sign up for accounts, start participating in the conversations going on over there. It's trying to build up that community, so I think it'll be a great place for you guys to hang out and talk about and share things about your favorite hobby, but you're also going to get chances to win some great things. Okay, so on to the news. So Friday we saw, so first of all, one thing I want to update that I talked about on Friday is that Puma figure and the 6-armed Spider-Man figure that were out in the case at the MCM London Comic Con early Friday morning. Apparently those were put out in error. They were actually removed from the case and we have not seen them since. And it looks like it turns out those were supposed to be the reveals for next weekend's convention. Believe it or not, there is another convention called the Luca Comic Convention that Hasbro will be at. And it looks like those 2 figures, the Puma figure and the 6-armed Spider-Man figure, which do look like will be part of the Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave, were supposed to be revealed for next weekend's convention, weren't supposed to be put out here in London. So that was an error. Somebody screwed up. I don't know if they'll have anything else on the Marvel front to reveal next weekend or not. Maybe they'll bring, even if they weren't originally planning on it, maybe they'll bring something else out since they had to screw up. I don't know. But I just wanted to update you guys that I don't really have any further news on those 2 figures other than I am about 99.9% sure those will be the final 2 figures in the Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave. Okay, so moving on. So for what they did reveal, first starting with Star Wars, so only revealed 2 figures, just like at Paris. At Paris, they revealed the Black Series 6-inch Padme figure from Episode 2, and then a vintage collection Chewbacca figure from the original trilogy movies. And then for this convention, they revealed another prequel 6-inch Black Series figure. They've been doing a lot of prequel figures. At New York Comic Con, we saw General Grievous, we saw the General Kenobi figure, and they're also doing redoing Anakin with their new face technology as part of their archive line. So a lot of prequel figures, but at this convention they announced that they're doing a battle droid, so an army builder. I've seen several of you who are into the prequel figures been wanting a battle droid. SH Figure Arts has done one. So but we're getting a Black Series version. Looks pretty good. Again, you can army build. Hopefully, if they're going to keep down this path of doing prequel figures, hopefully we will be getting a Mace Windu figure and a Count Dooku figure. I would think that would be a given. Jar Jar maybe, though I'm not really sure anybody wants a 6-inch Jar Jar figure. I could definitely pass on him, but definitely would love to see Mace Windu and Count Dooku get done for the 6-inch Black Series. And who knows, maybe we'll see one of those or maybe even both of those. Probably only one, since they've only been doing one Black Series figure at each of these smaller conventions. Maybe we'll see one of those revealed next weekend at the Luca convention. Now on to the Marvel front. So the first one that they revealed was kind of in keeping, being that they were in the UK. They revealed a UK-based character, not a major character. Maybe you're excited about this one, but definitely on the more obscure side. So the character Union Jack, which we've seen, I think he first appeared in Captain America, at least when they were talking at the panel. I've only seen him a few times. I really Not super familiar with the character myself, but if you like those more obscure characters or UK type characters, then this is one you'll probably like. So Union Jack, and then also Citizen V. So this one I'm pretty excited about. Thunderbolts fans know that Citizen V is actually Baron Zemo, at least the original one, which is what this figure is based on. Was Baron Zemo in disguise when he started the original Thunderbolts, which were a bunch of bad guys posing as heroes. So we're getting Citizen V. We've got Songbird before. We had some others done years ago in the box set, which if they end up giving us the entire team of Thunderbolts, original Thunderbolts, I would imagine they're going to redo characters like Moonstone, like that, even though they did years ago. I'm guessing we're going to get updated versions, but definitely glad to see Citizen V, the leader of the Thunderbolts, who again is actually Baron Zemo in disguise. So that one was announced. Now they said that both of these figures will be part of a 2019 Avengers assortment, and they confirmed that basically we've been seeing all these comic book based Avengers figures that over the course of these different conventions. So characters like Hercules that we first saw at San Diego Comic Con is going to be part of an Avengers wave. Living Laser, Nighthawk, Beta Ray Bill, which we saw at New York Comic Con. The classic Loki figure, which we saw on Friday at the Paris Comic Con. All those are going to be part of an Avengers wave, but not one wave. So my guess is what this is this is the comic book based figures for the next two Avengers waves. They even said today that they've got movie figures that they're going to be incorporating into these waves, but obviously they cannot yet start officially showing those. We've seen some Hasbro Avenger 4 toys, looks like have leaked out a little bit. None that are Marvel Legends yet, but they really aren't going to be able to start showing those until next year. I don't even know if they're going to be able to announce them at Toy Fair in February or not. We'll just have to wait and see. So my guess is that all these are the comic book based figures for the next two assortment of Avenger figures for 2019. I don't know how they'll break them up or what have you, but again, I believe these are the basically comic book based figures, and then they'll add in movie figures from Avengers 4. Now the third and final reveal for Marvel Legends, which I think is probably the one people are going to be the most excited about, is they finally announced that they're doing a Jim Lee style XMen Beast figure with the blue fur. So go along with your rest of your Jim Lee style X-Men figures. This will be part of the next X-Men wave that they've been revealing, the wave that includes figures like Gambit, has the Caliban Build-A-Figure that we saw at New York Comic Con. So that is the next wave. That figure is rounding out the next wave of X-Men figures, which I think is probably the one people have been wanting the most. We're getting Gambit and Beast, so I think those were two biggies. I know that people want to see an updated Storm for the Jim Lee style and stuff, but I think Beast was probably the one that I've heard most people asking for. So Hasbro's going to deliver on that. Looks pretty good. Looks, from what we're seeing here, looks pretty good. Size looks decent, so I'm pretty excited for that. Okay, and then finally, real quick, I just also wanted to share some updated images of the Night Thrasher figure. So I talked about this one on Friday. It is out on display at the MCM convention. This figure was first announced at New York Comic Con, but we really didn't get a very good look at it because it was announced through the Marvel streaming service, and they didn't actually have it on hand for the press when we were taking good pictures and everything. So we're getting a much better look at the figure. This is going to be part of the Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave. So one of the ones I'm most excited about in that wave, along with the Kingpin, of course. But definitely, he's got the skateboard that attaches to his back. He's leader of the New Warriors, the original New Warriors, and everything. So a character I'm pretty excited for. Okay, so that's it. That's all the reveals. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are you most excited about? What are you looking forward to the most? What are you least excited about? Again, let me know in the comments section below. Also, again, a big thanks to Project Piper Customs for helping us with coverage of the London convention. I'll have a link to his Instagram page if you want to check him out. Give him a follow. And of course, please do be sure to check out the contest that we're running over on the message boards. You know, a chance to win $100 store credit, 3 different chances, in fact, to winning $100 store credit at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Megalopolis Toys, you know, your choice basically. And again, links to those contests are in the video description below. You know, so until next time, guys, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And, of course, you can also follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. Links to all that stuff is in the video description. Until next time, guys, I will catch you later.